Yep. Alright. Think this should all be working out now? Greetings, and hopefully I'm not too loud, my fine fellows. It is I, your local inconsistent streaming fairy. Yes, it is I, the goat, the reader of Battletech books, the person who likes the giant robots, the gigantic nerdist in the metal fursuit. Yes, it is I, the goat. And today, much like this glorious GM sniper, we've got something nice to tell you. We're trying out something different. We're doing well, we're using a complicated 3D model where you can actually see me and an automated mechanized bioroid build gunpla. Yes, that is the lore. That is the justification. It's bioroids and other such things. But yeah, figured out how to do like a thing where you can use my phone currently to do the streaming of the stuff. And hopefully this all works out. This is the test stream, so it's going to have all kinds of nonsense. I believe the colloquial term is scuff or jank. I always prefer jank, but I know people use that as a terminology as well. I'm technically looking at the stream fidanglement on my other monitor because I have my tablet, and then I have my monitor, which you can see like right there. But I have it turned off because of glare, and y'all don't need to see what's on my screen. Also, hi, cat. Hi. Hi. There's my hand. Oh God, don't look at it. Don't look at it just yet. But yes. Yeah, we're doing the stream. I hope the lighting isn't too bad. I have my primary light behind me, which is like the general light I do for when it gets dark, and then I have a lamp over here to try and balance out. I'm still casting a shadow. It's not the best, but again, test stream. Also, hi cat, hi Bax. But yeah, I also have Suletta in the corner because one, I'm gonna be doing this for 2 hours or however long till I am called to watch the G-Witches. And also, everyone, if you have not seen G-Witch, go watch G-Witch. It's freaking amazing so far, and it's still ongoing, and is pretty lean. You're pretty lean. You can watch it pretty fast and catch up, because it's only like... First season's 12 episodes, and I believe it's going to be 12 again for the second season. Wait, no, 13, because there's the prequel episode, the episode 0. So there's 13 episodes in season 1, and then so it's going to have 25 episodes. And it's really good so far, and the mecha designs are freaking amazing. Like, literally, pop out GM Sniper over here and bring in Glorious Delar Blade. Like, look, this design is beautiful. I love this thing. Plus, it's gimmicked where it's... So, the gimmick for this thing is... Oh, pop out. There we go. Is its arms can pop off and fly around, and, like, there's two on its back over here, right there, that can then pop off, reattach, and you can, like, put a little energy blade on there. And it's really cool. Same with, like, the feet. The feet can, like, pop off and have, like, a little wire that runs through them and it blasts stuff. And these shoulders as well, so it can, like, constantly readjust itself. And so the design is great. I need to paint this yellow section green, and whatnot. And I just love, like, this sort of warrior beetle look. It's super cool. I panel lined the living crap out of it. That and the way the G-Witch kit's designed, so there's no polycaps instead. Oh, hi, Tobo. Covers tune has been absolutely flying on the set. Oh yeah, the red boy. The double one is also really cool. Yeah, oh my god. I really want to know what's going to be going on with Guel in the second season. I haven't seen the episode today, so no spoilers. No spoilers in the chat. I'm going to be watching episode, I believe it's 14 or 15 after this, and I love this, and I really want to find out what the context for the Gundam, I believe it's like Schwartz and something German style. It feels like it's German, because its design has a bunch of this stuff, but it has Gundam stuff, and we just got the Gunvolos. So I already was guessing it was either going to be a combination of stuff. Yeah, that thing in the chat that I'm trying to look over here. Tobio1 just put in the chat. That is the words. And I'm like, okay, is it gonna be Gwell's family making it, or is it gonna be like the Donna Fold? And I'm like, oh, what is it? What is it? What is it? I want to know. Yeah, I cannot wait to watch today's episode. And I also have. If these streams go well, I'm gonna build a couple more G-Witch kits because oh god, stretchy arms. I must become Mr. Fantastic. I have. Move you. Sorry, well, I'm gonna move over. I got Ariel, and then I have a Thwart as well as a Gundam Buster. It's Buster. I'm trying to think of the name. From Seed, that's a master grade. But yeah, I've been loving the designs of all of G-Witch stuff. The design of the giant sword does give it a, well, yeah, like, well, the actual chest piece of the Sherman name one is the same as this, so I feel like it's either going to be, like, they got this, and, like, they threw it together with a Gundam on either faction or something, and it could be anything, and it has the little pits that in the production thing we've seen, aren't light up, but they could be the computer, or the permit scores. And yes, we need to get Cat. Cat needs to also get this kit. I need to get $20 so I can go and buy it for Cat as well. And then Cat can do a building stream as well. But yeah, I'm loving G-Witch. It has been an amazing season so far. I wish it was longer. I really wish we had more episodes already. Gonna put this guy back. Oh. No, his palm has been desiccated. No, oh lordy Lou. Head on backwards. Get him back to where he's just. Oh yes, here's this fine rifle that you can buy for $5.99.99 on. I don't know, Comstar. There you go. I got a Battletech reference in there. He's been disarmed. Yeah, but yes. Gonna be building this kit I bought. I can't fit it on screen, and I don't want to adjust my camera. But I thought I could initially, but oh well. But yes, actually I could probably just raise it up slightly. There we go. You get a little scans. But yeah, there we go. I got master grade RX78-2 version 1.5. 1.5. Because I've got it on sale when I went to a Hobby Lobby that I live now by. Because I just moved into an apartment last month. And yeah, so I checked that place out. They had a big ass sale going on where it was like 40% off. And I got it for like $20, I want to say. It's the price of a high grade, and whatnot. And yeah, so we're gonna be building. I already got the bags done up, and I have the manual. This premium manual over here. And this is one of those older high grades, so it has like some where is it? You have cool little art shots in here, but along with that, it's one of the older ones where you need a screw, and I currently don't have a screwdriver. There's one at my dad's place, so next time I go there, I'm gonna grab that. So we're probably not gonna finish the kit, but we're gonna get as far as we can, because I want to go watch G-Witch later. But yeah, so this is gonna be the test stream. Just see how far we go, see what we do, and then chit chat. The Granddaddy Gundam itself, yeah, the OG, Papa G, the Big G, the first G. But yes, we must first release it from its cavernous tomb. Yes. There we go, have that in frame. Lower it slightly. Back down to where we had it. We can remove each of these segments and show them off to people in viewage. Here's the little V-fin, some polycaps that are molded in color. Shoulder bits. The stuff. I believe these are rub-on, and then maybe stick. Yeah, I think these are rub-on transfers, and then like the chain for the Gundam hammer. And then we have the handies. Ooh, look at those hands. And other little bits and bobs. Also, sorry if my chair is a little quickly cracker. It's just kind of what we gotta deal with right now. Other bits, those are probably hip things or stuff from the Gundam hammer. Pens real quick. Again, this is the first time I'm doing this, so it's gonna be jank. It's gonna be extra jank. I gotta bring over my tools, the sacred tools of the trade. A nipper from the same people that make the God Hand, and then my X-Acto knife to clean everything else up. I don't have any sanding stuff, so this is gonna be like very basic bitch, but that's okay with me. We got the legs, the leggies, the leggings. There. Sticker. Glorious sticky stack. Oh yeah, Papa G, Jank is good. Red Shoe said need lithium wheels. Yeah, I mean this is the first one I'm building, and then the only other high grade I have is the Buster one I mentioned. Because I bought those kind of like the Buster was meant to be the first one I built, but then I had this one. I was like, let's try this one. That way I can learn how the tricks of the trade go for the Buster, which is the one I paid for full price. And yeah, I'm curious to see how big this thing is, because like, so here's a Coke can for scale next to the high grade Gym Sniper over there, so that's for scale, and then like the freaking the rocket launcher is the size of the can, so that tells you something. And then you can even more further. Look at the size of the shield. This gonna be big. Well, it's gonna be a big boy. I do say. Ooh, lordy loo, lordy loo. Well, I need to buy one of those like little separator things. Like that. That'll be a big boon. Clear parts. The holy polycap sprue. Praise be the polycap sprue. Praise be. Jeez, indeedy. Indubitably. And there's its boobs. There's the booba. There's the booba. So that's how big its chest is going to be relatively. Not. The other, I think these are like probably shoulder and crotch bits. That's how that is looking. These look like thigh segments, and then the head right there. And then a bit of crop pitch. And, oh, there's the little whatchamajigs. Cool. And then head and yellow segments, most likely. And then shield and feetsies. And then, oh yeah, there's the little core fighter. I'm not sure if the core fighter is, if this is one where it's built into it, or if it's like separate. I hope it's separate just for stability and whatnot sake. To have two other mysteries built to the site. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, what's crazy is also how, especially with like Universal Century Gundams, is like how big some of them get. Because like you have stuff like the OG Gundam, and then like you get a Sazabi or like a new Gundam, and they're like twice the size of them. It's crazy because they just keep going up. Like I don't have Sazabi yet. I need to buy one, but I do have a I think it's Doga Gear, the green one piloted by the Cyber New type from Charged Counterattack, who, that thing is huge and chunky and I love it. I just loves it. And it is a beautiful design. I love all the designs from that movie, because they hit my taste super well. Like the Sazabi is one of my favorite designs of all time. So much so that I'm like, when the Sinanju came on the scene, I was like, You are a less cool Sazabi. You are but a fool. You are a poser. Much like Full Frontal himself. oh yeah. And then we have the screws and other little bits and bottles. Keep that in the box. Set that down over here so we can have more space, little spacicles. Over there so I can just get more room. Same with these. Definitely will need to figure out a better way of setting up for streams like this. But we're doing nonsense today. Grades, way too many high grades. Oh yeah. High grades are so much more accessible just because of the price point. Well, most of them. Some of them are nonsense price, but that's anything. Like, whatnot. But yeah, I love me about high grades. That's the main thing I buy. And this is just the first... sorry, excuse me. I ate dinner a little while ago and I still got the beverage. Okay, so we're looking at PC, A, 2, 2B, 3B, and then that G5. Okay, so you get this, the PC. Set you right there for now. Also, I hope the lo-fi music is either not too loud or too low. If I need to adjust that, because I was like, want to add a little more ambience and whatnot to everything. That way it just helps getting this all down together. And hopefully it shouldn't also result in any musical things, because it should be copyright free. Sound is perfect. Dope. Alright. So cool. So we're looking, and then which one of these is G? I think this is G. Yeah, okay, so this is G. Excuse me. Oh, okay, that's slightly rubbery plastic. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so looking for G5. Oh, that's right there. Right, cool, got that. It begins. See, I could probably put all the small ones over here by my tablet. That way it just gives me a little bit more room. I don't feel cramped. I don't feel crunched. I don't have to feel like Captain Crunch when I'm Captain Goat. Alright, and then we're looking at B. This is not B. This is A1. Hard to see. So this is A2. White is the A. And then where's B? We gotta learn the alphabet of the runner. And this thing. Oh, this is E apparently. Alright, it's E. Okay, I assume this is gonna be B. This is the black. No, it's C. Usually it's B on that. Let's see, what are you? Okay, here we go. So this one, this is B. I gotta keep an eye on these little white ones because they blend in super hard. Alright, so we're looking for B3 and 2. So we're building, I think we're building the forearms first? Yeah, it looks like the forearms based off the thing. Okay, so 2 and 3. It's 2. Oh, there we go. Then this one is 3. We got that right there. And then we need to get A. Okay, that. Well, but we'll clean this one up because I have to go through all the screws again. It begins indeed, little nice. There we go. Movies here. Yeah, I got Cat into this. I got Cat into Gundam, and then I got Cat into building. It is the glorious times for Gundam stuff. Because G-Witch has just been super accessible to people who didn't have an interest anymore, and it has been awesome, and I get to tell people about stupid Gundam stuff. And also get to watch a show with the homies. That's always good. The power of gunplay and the Gundam pipeline, indeed. It's the ultimate pipeline. Okay, then PCA. Okay, cool. We can just pop that one out. No, it refuses to pop. It's unpoppable. There we go. Okay, where did the... There it is. Blends into the thing. Okay, so we need... Nope. That needs to be facing down. This needs to be facing this way. And slam them together, I guess. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me grab that tonight real quick. Take a look at these. That's the scream. I don't have a file, so what I do is I just take the back of my X-Acto knife and clean it up that way. Because I am a basic bitch, and I come from most of the skills I have for this kind of stuff are taken from building not model kits, but miniatures for miniature war games. Because I am a giant nerd, if it wasn't apparent already. I think that's good. Yeah. Anyway, this plastic doesn't seem like it marks up really bad. The dark blue for like Bandai uses is always like a bad marker. Like that is a plastic that is always super difficult to clean up. I was not expecting it to like it as much as I do now. Indeed! It's so chill and so fun! Ooh. There goes the thing, Bob. We've already dropped a piece. Peace has been dropped. There is no peace, there is only war. And space lesbians. And that one space... No, wait. 3 space twinks. 3 space twinks. Never forget the space twinks. They're always there. Watching. Waiting for their time in the sunlight. There we go. Then just pop that round again. That is right? Yeah, that's facing that way. There's our first bit. There's, I think, a wrist. And then we're looking at A. Bring this one over here. Sorry about the bop on Mr. Microphone. It's right there. Then, which one is this? This is E. Yeah, definitely if I do more of these, or at least for the number of runners I have, I need to get like one of those little separators I've seen people do. Here's A1, I assume. And then again, I'm going to be building 2 of these anyway, so I assume it's just going to have both. It just doesn't say the thing, so you have to actually look. Okay. It's one of those. Is that old? Yeah, they make like a little separator thing where it's like you can set them in like this. I've seen them in a couple videos. You can also probably make one really easy if I'm going to be honest. But like it's still. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's the bits. There's all the like little joint things. All right, so we need 33 and 32, and then G8. Yep. Snip, snap, snip, and snap. Okay, and then we're looking for G. Which one of these things was G? Is this one G? Oh, my video froze up? Oh, wait, there it goes. Okay, that's now good. That's no good. Hold on. Well, this is why we do test streams. This is why we do test streams. You gotta put it all in there to figure out the jank. Okay, hold on. That's what you gotta do. Why are you doing this? Okay, hold on. Let's just reset this real quick. Okay, come on. There we go. Using it like a robot arm to hold everything up. You want to check it? No audio. Alright, there we go. Strange. Okay, well, it just had footage, not all the OBS, like happens to me. I don't know. It's like I'm looking at OBS right now, so that's the thing I'm looking at. Is it looking clear for y'all on stream? Because it was fine for the first half, and then the second half is where we got a little trouble. Let's see if I do that. Okay, that's okay. I think I fixed it. I think it just had to do with the fact that it was on my Wi-Fi instead of on my phone data. So I just need to have it not on my Wi-Fi. I already pay for unlimited data, so it's fine. Because I have to have that just because I use my GPS so often in the city, and it's just like a thing I have to buy anyway. No problemo. Wait. Ah. Son of a gun. Weird. Okay, now it went back to it. As soon as I start doing it, just go straight back to it. Okay. Unlimited support. Let's see if this does anything. Darn. Again, this is why we do test streams. This is why we do this stuff. That way you can figure it all out. Indeed, it's a strange one. Let's look at the settings, see if there's video. Does that bring me up anything? No, it doesn't. Oh, okay. Frame rate, aspect ratio, height, width. It's all fine. Let's see. Balanced, smooth, and cool. Okay, let's try that. Okay, there's a slight delay now, but... Okay, yeah. Actually, no, I think it just took a second. Alright. Yeah, I think that fixed it. I think that's good. That should be good now. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Use bits right there. So there we go. Problem El Salved. El Salvador. And then we were looking for G. That's the sprue we were looking for. Let's check over here in the tiny sprue section. This was E. Which one's redo? C. You were... That says, it's just, I think, an I or an L. This might be it. C? I think this should be it. D? No? Which one of these things is a G? That's a G, right? Not just being massively dyslexic like normal. Which, that could be a thing. I am known for my massive dyslexification. There's that. Let me look at this one. Yeah, G. Wait, did I snip something from G earlier? Oh! It's right in front of me. It's right in front of me this entire time. Oh, Lordy Lou. Oh, Lordy Lou. That's how it be. That's how it be sometimes. I'm blind as a bat. Blind as a baboon. Okay. And we were looking for G8. Okay, here we go. Here's G8. Yeah, I think this is like a rubbery style plastic. I'm not sure. Maybe it's so the V-fin doesn't break, or that's something that they can do. Let's look over these, see if they need any cleanage. Really do be like that some. Yeah. That's how it be. But thankfully, we figured it all out. We figured it all out, and we realized our mistake of not looking in front of us. Okay, how does it want me to set this in there? So this is supposed to be going up. Up that. The big segment going upwards. Trying to get it in for view for y'all. Come on, go in there. Come on. Come on now. These are the trials and tribulations of a true gunpla master. Trying to stick something in a hole. A mighty tight hole indeed. Yes. I know what I said. Alright. That in there, I think. Now we just put body together, so now you can all make out. You can just stack face and use whatever that one Pokemon's ability is with the giant tongue. That is like licking stuff, I guess. Lickitung. I think it's Lickitung. That seems too easy of a name for it to be, but also Pokemon. Pokemon be like that sometimes. Alright, there we go. Got a bit, I think that's the forearm? Whatever this segment of your arm is. I think this is actually forearm, and then this is something else. Like, the higher up section is something else. I remember that one. Yes, indeed. I guarantee you it caused many an awakening of a weird fairy. Truly a beautiful thing, indeed. Yes. Now we're just gonna build the other one now. Just because it's a simple one. And I know where the sprues are. I don't have to look back at the sprues and have to find them again. Probably will just need to adjust my camera placement a little bit so I don't have to like bring this over. But I also don't really want. Actually, let me see. Let me see. So I don't really want my like tablet being shown because that's the magic Forearms and back arm, yes. Okay, there we go. We can have... There we go. We can just use the box to hide that, so you guys don't have to see the magic. You can get the illusion of me streaming via glorious dark magics. There it goes. Literally every time I build a Gundam kit, I have to make sure I sweep the next day, because all the bits go flying. It's great. Well, I mean, it's also good because that also means I clean up more dust. Because my apartment gets a little dusty easy, but not bad. Plus, I can also clean now, because where I used to live, it was kind of impossible to clean. Because it was such a smaller room. So, like, having all the crap I had previously, because I used to have an apartment. Not this apartment, but another apartment from eons ago, back when the sun was new and the sky was fallen and things were different. In a time before time, the long, long ago. Streaming is indeed dark magic, yes. It is magic only known to those of the ancient ways, of the dark paths, of the glories of Baphomet's big fat titties. Yes. Of the high goat, the ultimate goat, the one with the cool flame hat, crown thing. Yes, yes. Praise be Baphomet and their magic goat milkers. At one point, I guarantee you, a thing I'm going to have to do on stream, just because I constantly make goat milk jokes, is I should buy some goat milk and do like a let's drink goat milk stream. Like, you get Cat and, like, D, and, like, have us all just drink some goat milk to try it all out, to see whether or not it tastes weird, it tastes good, or whatever. I mean, I don't really drink milk already. But, like, I've heard people say, like, goat milk is actually, like, legit good. I think people say it's more healthy, I want to say? Again, don't quote me on this. This is just my random hearsay from memory of nonsense. But I make that joke all the time. I think it would be funny just to do a thing. Milk tier list, yes. Oh my god. We'll do a milk tier list stream. Oh, we're getting a little choppy again. Yeah, and we're freezing up. Hold. Hold. Why have you betrayed me, technology? Why? After all these years, I've treated you so well. Yeah. Things popped out. Hold! Oh! No. Nay. Oh, we have returned to proper frame rateage. I will have to look into things to see how this works, because I'm not sure why that's doing that. Because I did just some random things where I spent a bit of time faffing about, like with my just doing whatever in front of the camera. But I guess we'll have to figure that out. Maybe it has something to do with my internet or my area or something. And that in the time of the freezing, the thing popped out. It refused to go in. It refused to make out with its friends. Okay. Oh, no. Nee. Let's get you back in there. Okay. Came out. I can only assume it's an internet thing. Most likely. Maybe it has something to do with the frame rate I have stuff set at, or... Let's try that out, see if that has anything to do. So I have it set at just whatever the smoothest thing is. Video, aspect ratio, height, width. Let's try bumping up the frames? Because it could just be like, it can't do all the frames or something. Okay, no, I can't adjust the frames, I guess. But yeah. Okay. Maybe lower FPS? Maybe. It seems like it's coming back again, so it might just be the internet, or maybe I just need to mess with my phone every once in a while. Because that could be it. Like, it just needs to. Because every time I've done and futzed with it, it seems to have, like, fixed itself. No idea how that works. Alright. Got the other forearm over there, and this bit over here. Let's build the actual arm segment. Let's see. I'm gonna make a decent time, because I set this at 8:30 and it's only 9:19, so we're making decent time, because I'm faffing about with my words and fidangling how all this works. Alright, so we're looking for B8. To be or not to be? That is the question. I think this is B. Yep, this is B1. I think this right here is what we're looking for. Might need to also move my mouse back. Okay, so G7, B9, and B8, and then PCB. 8. And 9. That's 9. This plastic is a little like, I don't know if it's just like hard to see or whatnot, but yeah, it smooths itself out really easy. Not sure how that works out, but yeah, just a little hard to like read any little details that it's not like really, because I can see the details on this. I'm not sure if it will come up on camera, but it's very pearlescent. Pearlescent the right word? Not sure. Not sure how that works out. There, got that, and then go back to the Papa G frame, and then we look for 7. Looking for 7. This was 8. That is 7. We have located numero 7. Ah, but yeah. Let's see, there we go. Definitely gonna have to clean that one up. I think these ones are gonna require the cleanage. The holy cleanage of the mighty X-Acto knife. Cleaning up their bits and bobbles so they can look nice and cool and clean. That's there. It is. I'm trying to do this all on camera just so you can see it, but I'm not sure if it's something that does warrant having it on screen, because it's just like rubbing two bits of things together. Yeah, I hope the vibe of the stream is going well though. I hope it is fairly chill with the lo-fis and whatnot. A little smidgen more. Right there. And then we're looking for PC. This is the first time. I've never seen one of these ones. I guess it's like a high-grade exclusive one. HO. I need to get an actual X-Acto knife at some point by using a generic beginner's kit knife. It doesn't cut well. I mean, yeah, you can get most X-Acto knives pretty cheap. Like, go to any, like, I don't know, like Michael's, Hobby Lobby. Most hardware stores will have probably something, and also on Amazon. They're fairly cheap, so you should be able to get one pretty easy. That or like if your beginner thing has like you can take out the blade, just order a bunch of blades on Amazon and you can get them for like super cheap if you buy them in bulk. Because those things like that you can get them super cheap, like Omega Giga level cheap. If you find the right like seller on Amazon or something, it's crazy. Pop that right over in there, and then we're trying to put this in there. Gotta put a ring on it. Let me just drop that out so it doesn't fall on the ground again like the other one. Come on, come on, come on now, friend. Okay, I think, yeah. Okay. There it goes. Okay. Then we're going to get this little bit popped in there. And we top them all off. Okay. Oh. And then up right. Yep. Okay. There we have it. There's we have it. But yeah, most X-Acto knives are pretty cheap. All you really need is something that can pop in any little blade. Like this one doesn't even fit on the blade right because I have a bunch of different blades from this pack I bought forever ago, and this is just the one I've had. Oh, it's doing the thing, but thankfully it's when I'm just talking nonsense. Okay, let's see what are you doing, machine? Pray tell what madness you have bespoken this time. No, that didn't do it. Let's try this again. Oh. Oh. Nee. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Nee. Nope, nope. None of that now. Okay, let's try reopening it and maybe adjusting something. Again, this is why we do test streams. Gotta figure out what little shenanigans indeed, what have befallen a mighty streamery. Take that, click that. We don't have that. Settings, smooth and balanced. Oh. Strange. Okay, that's... I won't say frustrating, but annoying, but also fascinating. Fascinating if I don't say so myself. Alright, let's see, come on. Don't know what would be causing me problems. Oh, general score, what guy? Strangeries. Strangeries indeed, Elise. So every time I move my hand onto it, it seems to start back up? I don't know. I do not know. What does this have at all? No, it's just frozen on that. No, does that do it? Motion-based lag frame drops? It's a new one to me, maybe. I don't know, I'm just trying to extrapolate anything, honestly. That way I can just look it up later and see, like, what could be causing such strangeries. Let's try to get through the arm this stream. Let's get one arm built, so we don't disarm ourselves. We can't be too alarming, you see. I love my stupid ass puns. Okay, so our goal is to get this arm made, get this arm fingied up. So the next thing we need for this arm is I-14, and then C-22, and then B-26 and 21. Which one of y'all? '26 and 21. That's what we're looking for. Appears 26 right over here. And then, yep, 21 is right there, right next to its compadre. Snip that for longevity's sake. Do a little rogue snipping. Pop that right there. Indeed, I believe in you. Thanks for believing in me, Kat, and thanks for enjoying the nonsense. I'm trying to make sure because you have Tobias or Tobio. Tubio. I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name. I'm massively dyslexic, so I always misread everything, which is annoying. I wanted to tell people's names right. Alright, and then it was C-22 and I-14. I think this one... No, that's F. Which one of y'all is C? A... I think this should be it. Where's your letter? Yep, C. Here we go. C. There's only one C. You can only see one. Okay, and then we're looking for C-22. Then we got some flash right there. Old molds. 22. Oh, here we go. This is it. Right around there. Right around there. Yep, 22. Alright, then we're looking for just I for it. I think I is the leg one. Yes, I is our leg panel. So we're looking for like a little joint thingamabob. Where? Oh, is it? No, that's a hand. That's the hand. Oh, here we go. It's blending right there. It's right there. 14. We are repetitive one because you build two of these things for the arms. Right, and then we have everything. And now we snip. Okay, give me a little cleanup on that one. Clean up on aisle 7. Okay. We'll do a little clean up on that, because I don't think that one's going to be facing upward, so you don't have to deal with that. No snippets there. I'm gonna clean this one up. Let me get a look at that. I've got to look closer. My viewing must be maximum. Oh, the birds. That's a cute little chirp embedded into the musical element. It's nice. Oh yeah. So, have any of you guys seen the Gundam trilogy films? I know you haven't, Kat, because you are new to Gundam. But yeah, I recently watched all of those in a couple sittings, like a month or two ago. Before I had moved up into the apartment. Do not worry, Kat. They are old. They are very old, and they're compilation movies too. They are actually very good. I've seen a couple compilation films, and they tend to be very hit or miss. Like compilation films in general, because sometimes they work well, other times they just skip way too much. And I watched Pleasure Proper, but I'm saving the movie trilogy to watch with a friend. I too. Nice. That's always a good way. That's a good way to do it. I think I watched the original series at some point, but it's been so long because I watched it when I was younger. Back when, like, I think I was like 14 or something. Way back when I found out, like, you can just like Google where to find anime sites, and boom, good to go. Back in the olden days, in the time before time. The time of the Bionicle. Bionicles are also fucking awesome. Let it never be said that they are not cool as hell. Yeah. Very loose. Is it supposed to be this loose? Let me look at this. No, okay, yeah. I guess I'm just thinking, like, it wasn't on there as much. Okay. And we put this. Alright, so this is I think it's supposed to go this way. Little cozy for the joint. And then we put this thing in here. But yeah, trilogy is good. The compilation's cut up, creating more problems than it solves. Some compilation movies have that problem where it's very obvious it's been cut together. Like the first Gundam compilation movie has a bit of that sort of problem. Now, it doesn't work against it for being storytelling. I mean, it's just like it becomes kind of obvious to some degree in terms of like how some stuff is paced versus and whatnot. It's just one of those limitations of how it was created. But what's interesting is after one, it becomes less of a prominent sort of a thing because of like how each one just kind of started getting more new material. And I know that's a thing. Because they pretty much, like, the third movie is just mostly new animation at that point. Like, that's just a thing that they did, is they just mostly reanimated a lot of it. Oh, that's having trouble coming out. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, like once you get past the first one, they start adding in a little bit of new material and remixing, and then they start kind of like completely just adding in new material, reanimating stuff, and becomes really apparent. And then 3 is just like really well paced to where everything just feels natural. Oh shit. This is where you need tweezers. Actually, let me see if I can suture this in somehow. Nope. Okay. But I have long nails since I always forget to trim them. But yeah, like, first one, it feels a little jank. Like, not in a terrible way, but it's just like you can feel it in how it's paced a little bit, where it's a little off. Like, it feels like it's cutting, like, in terms of how it cuts to scenes, not cutting in that, like, as of removing material. That sort of way. So it all comes down to, like, how it's paced, basically. That's sort of what I'm getting at. So the pacing essentially improves as they go along, and really works to like its benefit. And then once you get to 3, it's just kind of like it hits its stride and knows how to really work the format it's going into. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Oh, no, come on. Walking tightrope with this little bit. Come on, pop in. Yes. No, come on. This thing is finicky. Finicky indeedly. Okay, got it back up easily that time. Don't really know what I'm having trouble with this. Putting it in the wrong direction? No, it seems to be the right way. Ah, that's why. I was right. It did need to click up more. That my gut feeling was right. But yeah, Trilogy is good. I am surprised at how well it was, because like I had this expectation to where it was going to have more problems than it was, just because of like how old it was, and because older stuff has a different kind of pace and feel to it. But no, after the first one, it kind of all improved heavily, and it's still Gundam. It's still that classic good shit that you can go, and then all the crazy bullshit Tomino does and has done over the years is always just great to see. Right, we finally got that together, and now we can use the pots reveal gimmick. Get that really close to the camera. Not sure if it's going to zoom in real good, but yeah, the Trilogy films are very well put together, compared to like some of the other things I've seen where they cut down stuff. Dip the French toe in. Stuff like 8th MS Team, Thunderbolt. Oh yeah, 8th MS Team. I've only seen the first couple episodes, but I've heard so much good stuff about it. And then Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is amazing. Like oh god, I wish they made more Thunderbolt kits, because I forget his first name, but Kotoki's designs are absolutely stellar. Like I have my volumes of Gundam Thunderbolt over there. I need to get the rest of them. I have volume 1, I think like 2. 5, 9, and then 18, and I think 16. So they're all really scattershot. But yeah, Thunderbolt is a beaut of mechanical design and also just writing. It is amazing. Like that, like it's gonna be between Witch from Mercury, Thunderbolt, Zeta, and I want to say maybe, as being like the ones that I generally throw people towards now. 100% armor. Yeah, same. I need to get me the Psycho Zaku and the full armor one. I know they have. I know the full armor has a couple problems with its little extra arms, like in terms of just how heavy it gets with all that stuff. But generally, it looks phenomenal. I think it was the full armor. I might be thinking of it. Watch Mecha Gaigatsu's videos if you want to know if like a kit's good or not, because that's where I generally, besides the fact that they're just fun videos, because their voice speaking is very well articulated and they have a very fun way of talking about stuff. You can see I'm literally talking to my hands right now. That's one of the things I hope I could have crossed more, but I'll have to adjust the camera to see. But hey, first time doing it. All right, so next we're building the fingies. Must construct the ultimate finger so that this machine may pick its nose. Yes, yes. Before we get on to... Oh, okay, hey, no, I didn't notice this. There's a second V-fin. And this one's the more Heartland. Okay, so I guess they give you 2 V-fins to, like, just in case something gets lost or damaged. Or if, like, you want to paint stuff, I guess. Because the rubber doesn't take paint. But, is this the one I need? Grab the C26. This is A. No, I need C. Yeah, okay, I think this was C. Yeah, this one's C. So we need these 2 screws. But yeah, I love Thunderbolt. I need to read, or I think someone has finally translated some of the Dogram. I think it's Truth or Get. Because he's doing a reimagining of that series in a manga form, and I hope it gets an OVA, because I'd love to see just more of his work be animated, because it's amazing. C25, 26. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Right here. 25. Snip. Oh, that one went flying. And then 25. Oh, there we go. I'm looking at the wrong thing. But yeah, I really like Katoki's design work. That and their writing, like his writing is very well. It's very good. Like I have my opinions on Unicorn. I can't really say they're developed right now because I have only watched Unicorn once, and that was like when it came out, so I don't remember my actual problems with it. I know what other people have talked about when it has come to Unicorn and its foibles, but I need to rewatch it myself to know what my own annoyances were with it. I know I had problems with it. That's the thing. 18 and 25. Oh, 18 and 9. Oh, no. It's C 18 and then F 9 and 7. Okay. But yeah, Unicorn to me is, again, going off my own memory, okay, and then very lackluster going towards the end, but I can't expound upon that and give you a good explanation of why I think that. I have to rewatch it to really do that, which I want to do for a video at some point, but I also would rather talk about other mecha shows that are good, or like the OG Gundam at some point. Good music, good mobile suit design, but everything else is very discourse-inducing, to put it like, yeah, a bit. Again, I have to go back on my memory, and then, like, it was also made at a very different time for a lot of things. So that also can be a thing that kind of hurts works, which is ironically the opposite problem with OG Gundam, because OG Gundam kind of always seems to come back and is like, yeah, no, Also, Tomino himself seems to always kind of pull back on stuff, because it's like the stuff he's been saying for years is pretty on point. Like, for the most part, like, there's things, but yeah. That is it. Crazy. We're finally getting to this one, but yeah. That, and my only thing I can expound upon at great length is the fact that the Unicorn Gundam's design is the definition of the word mid. When you look up the dictionary and you look up mid, Unicorn is right there, along with every other mediocre bit of fiction ever. Because it's just a Gundam. Like, it doesn't scream main machine. It doesn't implore, like, interest. It just exists. And its transformation gimmick is not enough to really warrant how insane people go for it. I like it more than the RX0 from the NTD. Which one's RX0? Let me look that up real quick. I forget which one is RX0. Is that narrative? RX0. Okay, Unicorn. That's that. So. Oh yeah, Untransformed, I actually do agree with you. Untransformed does look better because it has its namesake more up front, and it's like a big old horn makes it stand out. But the stark white color scheme and the way its body is designed, like, it looks too much like every other machine, even with the panel, like the panel breaking that you see it have with the NTD going. It doesn't have much going on beyond that. And like it gets a better silhouette once it goes it gets full armor. But then it's just a mess of guns and shields and all this other stuff. And so it's an improvement, but an improvement to what? So it's in a really weird spot when it comes to its design, because it really feels like it needed a little bit more time in the oven, or needed like a splash of color, like some grays in between to give it a more dynamic color palette, or like breaking itself up more. Because it's just that stark white, just it becomes noise. It lacks a sense of cohesion that other suits have done. Like, Zeta is amazing, and you can see like how that design philosophy has evolved through various suits, and it looks great. Even in Unicorn, like the suits that are developed from the Zeta still look great. Like that one transforming one that what's his face has before he switches to the Banshee. Like that is a great looking mobile suit. That is a good machine, and it works. It works. That's what it does. It works. Its design is functional and not boring. I love the little. Oh yeah, Stark Jaga is nice. The Stark Jaga is nice. All the Jagas, for the most part, from what I've seen, are very, very nice machines. Their design and silhouette is good. See, that's the thing. Like a gray is an easier overall color palette, whereas a white is a much harder color palette to do a design for, because you have to really rely on how you're breaking up the form. I mean, hell, like look at the kind of redesigns that they've done of the OG Gundam. You have the big statue version, the Origin version, and the Dorn's Island version, which I believe is a slight different take on the Origin and, statue design, if memory serves correctly. And so those have found ways to break up those white segments, either by introducing gray elements or like knowing how to break a line really well. Like they introduce like a cut on the shoulder that infers like, oh, it moves to help with movement and stuff like that. It's a very well designed look at something. Whereas the unicorn, it lacks that sort of extra little push to really break up those panels to give it an identity all its own. It just blends. And it's a hard design to pull off. I think, like, I would love to see people attempt to redesign it, but I also know I think I'm definitely in the minority in terms of how people like that design. So it'd be like just an internal thing that I would do when it comes to redesigning that suit. Okay, and then I need F7. I forgot to get the other little fingy. Where is the other fingy? Oh wait, no, it was on the difference. It's the one in my lap. 7, here we go. This is the one that's on the turn. But yeah, it's not a terrible design, it's just not exhilarating, or it doesn't stand out comparatively. Hell, Barbatos has a higher like count of white on its design, yet it still stands out. Because it doesn't really have any red until its later designs, if my memory serves right. But what it uses instead of like the white is the black of the skeletal frame to help create that sort of silhouette that really makes it kind of stand out, and then puts all the different colors on the torso segments, like these areas and here, to help break it. And he has the white on the chest. The Phoenix, which just looks like the perpetual color palette curse of looking like arsenic. Yeah. The Phoenix, I like the additive idea of the little like funnel, whatchamacallit. I haven't seen narrative yet. I plan on it at some point, but I haven't seen it yet. Like the Phoenix it has the same problems as the unicorn, amplified by just the fact that it has all the gold chrome stuff going on. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to put this all together while also talking. So losing my train of thought slightly. But yeah, like the Phoenix it's just another unicorn. That's all it is. It's just a derivative of that. The narrative Gundam I actually like a lot more, because it's this weird, incomplete thing that they threw together on the fly. I believe that's what it is. I read the wiki page a bit. So I know that's kind of like a thing with this. And then they added all these little packs. That... Hand down! And then it with the little, like, punch me circle thing. Because I think that's what that was? I don't know, then you have all the weird stuff people have done with hand gestures nowadays. I don't know. That's still it's either the okay thing or the look at me and then you punch thing that was a thing in high school. Yeah. What was I? Phoenix, yeah, Phoenix, and then the narrative Gundam. The narrative works really well because it has a sort of like unfinished, like they threw it together quality, and then having all these little bits and the NTD stuff makes it stand out. Like all those segments help create a visual narrative within its design that helps you equate what it's meant to be. Basically. And that's kind of what makes it stand out. That and having all the additive little segments kind of makes it where it's like, it's a modular system. It's meant to be a different little thing. Bueno, Shinderu. But yeah, like that's one of those little things where it's like the narrative Gundam was definitely a better take on just having something else. Like I think it just worked out better. And then you have what is it? The Kasai Gundam, which is just amazing and being like a better sort of follow up to the mechanical nonsense that was Char's counterattack in terms of how beefy and crazily stacked in the designs are there, while also kind of standing out from those because it's designed not for space combat but for air, like in planetary stuff. The Hathaway Flash stuff is just super well designed. And it is a beautiful, beautiful death machine sort of way. But yeah, we got the arm done. That was our goal for this stream. We made it. All good now. Probably will have to go back and do a little bit more sanding on some spots. A little more cleanage, but we done it. Got the first one down. Then I think we're just, yeah, then the next page is just build it again. Okay, hungry in the backlog. I need to grab help at some point. My Wumbo beloveds, yes. They are indeed Wumbo. I love those big poofy things. I want to get the Kasai first, and same with Penelope at some point, and then, or if I have the money, get the 2-pack that has all the like effects parts. Because dang, does that look cool. I saw one of those in a store once. I'm like, oh, I wish I had the money. But they're a bit out of my price range at the moment. I gotta save up for that. But yeah, I love the Kasai more than the Penelope. And it speaks to me in terms of my love of just weird, chunky boys. I love my chunky, like aggressive looking monstrous mechs. I think that's the Getter Robo fan in me, just like wanting like the most aggressive heavy metal looking thing ever. But yeah, that's probably why. Just because I'm a Getter fan and I know what I like. That, or it's something that looks like something out of Armored Core, which, if you haven't ever played an Armored Core game and you like mecha stuff, check out any of the games. You can find most of them via emulation or relatively cheap if you want to buy physical stuff. I have most of them. I'm missing like I think three or four. Most of them are PS2 stuff. But yeah, like those games are phenomenal. They are the phenomenation. Okay, B4, B5, G5, PCA. Pivot pop. First part. B, which I think this one. Pretty sure I have a 4A disc kicking around somewhere for the PS3. Ah, yeah, there you go, 4A answer. That's a fun one. That's a fun one right there. But yeah, I like 4, but I also really like the PlayStation 1 games because I like the way they play in terms of how fast they go. I get why 4A is really cool and people like it, but from a personal standpoint, I like the PlayStation 1 games the most so far. I need to play through more of the PS2 stuff. I played through a chunk of 4, and not so much 4A yet, because time is my enemy. But yeah, I like the speed at which they go there, where it's like you are a slow ish little thing unless you have the certain light legs for it, and then you boost, and so it's about like that sort of ground movement, like popping around and whatnot. And then for 4A, I like it when you want to have speed but you don't lose a sense of weight and momentum. I think that is probably 4 and 4A's best thing, because I've played other mech games where they try to do like you're zipping through the air like a death cloud of doom and ass kicking, and you lose a sense of progression because you don't have weight. What is it called? Daemon X Machina. I like the game. It doesn't feel amazing to move around because they lose weight. You don't have that sense of pull and losing of momentum. You just go the same sort of momentum you've been going the entire time. Whereas 4A knows how to you lose boost, or if you overboost, you're gonna have to do a bunch of nonsense so you don't die with how it's designed. So I really like appreciate what goes into the design philosophy of those games because they know how to really figure out how it all goes. If that makes sense. Because making a good mech game is hard. Because you can make a arcade style game, or you can do like something that makes it where you have what Armored Core and like Mech Warrior and stuff, where you have to learn the mechanics of it to a degree where you just kind of really get it good. Like they have where it's like you become like the dumbass who got in the giant robot, and are now like having to learn on the fly with your manual like Amuro and like kick ass and whatnot. That's one of the kind of hard things to kind of do if you want something that has a sense of progression. If you're going for something that, like I said, a little more of an arcade or a mech themed game, it's a bit easier. But again, like a big bit of trouble is unless they're going for a more slower pace, like, and this mostly concerns action games because there's a bunch of mecha, tactical RPGs like Front Mission. You have like momentum is a big thing that you have to balance because your speed and turning, like movement is one of the most important things. Like you can do damage and whatnot, but you need to really handle on how a machine like that controls. You can either do Macross, where you have to really finagle like this high-speed death jet, or you go where it's like Votons, where you're a slow-moving tank that bursts out really fast. Like those are sort of some of the directions you can go in with that when it comes to design. Again, limitations of my own thought process, but like that's sort of how I have looked at some games, also using different forms of media as a frame of reference. But yeah, that is one of those really cool, just awesome franchises that I love, and I'm so glad we're getting another game because I just love From Software in general. I've loved all their games. I'm a big Dark Souls guy. I love Elden Ring. But I would kill for a PC port or if not a sequel, a spiritual successor to Bloodborne in terms of its gameplay and themology. We had Hawken, which tries to do both, and I'm sad that it never really took it. Yeah, I learned about Hawken late, so I never really got to experience it before it kind of, I believe it shut down now. So that's one of those things that sucks that I never really was able to pop into. But yeah. That, I'm also like a mostly single player kind of person. Though I have been getting more into playing like Fortnite with friends, because that's just been a fun kind of like casual goofing about kind of game. I've been playing that with Kat, either sometimes on their streams or just off stream, and that's been fun. That's been a very fun little like bit of nonsense. Because I had played Fortnite like once before years ago, and it was fine. I just never really got into it. I think like it's just one of those games where if you're playing with friends, it's much more fun. Or you're playing with like a group of people who you're goofing about, like you're doing nonsense and you're trying to go for it. Sometimes, and then like if you fail, like oh it's fun, but you get to fail with your buddies and have that sort of like goofy camaraderie of just you and your friend trying to go for it. Or like just try to survive as much as you can or do whatever. And I think that is like always some of the best stuff is just when you have those sort of moments of just doing stuff with your buds. We need to have it go that way. Wait, I need to clean this one off too. But yeah, Fortnite has been a fun thing to try out. I literally tweeted earlier like how I really need to get back more into RTS games. And I hope at some point we get a port of Front Mission, like or the remasters of Front Mission online on like the Steam or something, because I know they're on the Switch. But I don't know if they're exclusives. Or at least just like fucking put Front Mission 3 on PC so I just don't have to play it on my an emulator or whatever. Because I will buy that game like again because I have it on my Vita, and I love that game. I need to play more of it. And then at some point I will buy a Switch so I can play freaking Xenoblade, all those freaking games. And also I need to beat Xenosaga at some point. But I just love... I love, like, that sort of feel that I've gotten from what I've seen of those games as well. That in the design sense. I've seen the character designs and clips and just looks like, damn it, I need a Switch so I can play more JRPGs, but I also need time. And that's the biggest thing. I really wish I had more time to just casually enjoy media, because it's hard to do that when you have to do a whole bunch of nonsense. But yeah, that's how it be sometimes. So you just live and you go and you see what happens. Hopefully I get some more free time eventually. But yeah, I mean, I have been actually more recently since I moved into this apartment, because I've been less, I guess, like, what the fuck? None of that? Oh wait, I think I just picked up the wrong piece, that's why. I was like, wait, where's the little stabbers? Xenogears is one of the ones that stuck in my head. Let's do it. Oh yeah. That's one of them. That's one of those classic, like, JRPGs that, like, if you're a mecha fan, you definitely, like, need to check out at some point. That, or if you're just a fan of, like, RPGs in general. It's a good one. I need to replay it. I haven't played it in years. I played it on an emulator when I was, like, I think 16 or something in my last year of high school. Again, many years ago. It's not the best in my memory because there was a lot going on in high school and I played a lot of games that kind of blurred together just because I would do that. I remember I have very, very, like, vivid memories of all my matches of playing Halo 3, though, or most of them, because I played a lot of Halo 3. Oh man, do I love me some Halo 3. It is... If you need a game that you just want to play with your friends online and just do nonsense, and you like shooters, you can't go wrong with Halo 3. Halo 3 or Reach. And I guess all that stuff kind of now links together in the Master Chief Collection, which I need to buy at some point. That is a fun-ass game to just vibe in and play. Thing. No, something else. Okay. That's a good one. Xenoblade X is a lesser degree, even with all its foibles. Yeah, I've heard that's the kind of, like, not black sheep, but just, like, the one with some bits in it, from what I understand. It's the one with, like, a couple little flummoxes. But at some point, I will get around to playing all those games. If I can do it and I have the time, I'd love to stream that. just any number of JRPGs and survival horror games. Because I played Signalis recently, and if you like survival horror games or you just like spooky games and like watching people do it, like look up anyone's playthrough of that. That's a straight like might be my game of the year, or was it last year? Whenever the year it came out, it's just fucking amazing. Is primo game. It's primo game. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Tell Ronnie. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know. It's the primo. Tell your friends. Spread the word. Just make sure Johnny Lockett don't know about it. Just spread the word. I don't know why I became like some guy from a Martin Scorsese movie, a generic movie mobster guy. Or is it Marlon Brando? Whatever the guy's name is from that movie. Then we're looking for G7 and PCB again. Get that right there. But yeah, I would love to play more survival horror. I did play through all that on stream, which was great. That was a fun one. That was a really good time. I had heard about it for so long, and it was a beautiful, even in terms of like its art design and whatnot, it is beautiful. And I really want to draw some fan art of it at some point. Just need to get the time to do things for myself. To become the master of the Mountain Dew, and not just draw all the commissions for the peoples. Which I'm glad I do, but still, it's just like sometimes you just want to do your own weirdness, your own little nonsense of your thing you like. Stab that in there. Hopefully, we'll go easier in than this first time. But yeah, I need to play, the next one I need to play either on stream or just in general is like Elisa. I need to buy that game, because I also like the PlayStation 1 aesthetic. If I ever get around to learning how to do 3D models, that's going to be the sort of aesthetic I go for, because that's both nostalgia and just a very pretty art style that I enjoy because of its abstraction. It's just something I very much enjoy evoking. There you go, all that nice little clickety clacks. I think I might have missed a little bit of flash, or just bits I need to clean up. But yeah, I love the sort of like haunted PlayStation 1 low poly sort of thing. Then again, I also just like indie stuff in general, because I don't really buy AAA or mainstream or whatever the fuck you want to call it games, because either they're too expensive or they just don't appeal to me. They don't fit my vibe. Unless it's like a JRPG or Elden Ring. Or what's some other franchise I've been... I was talking about this with some people the other night. Well, there was one game I was thinking about. I was like, oh yeah, this might be the one big name game I buy this year. It might have just been Armored Core, if I'm going to be honest. Probably was. I like games. I also like giving money to individual creators too. That's always a good. Plus, indie stuff just has like there's just a really nice variety of design and aesthetics. Just something nice about the diversity in creation, and, like genre, and I don't know. It's something cool. Ooh, look at that! Let's layering this all up. Look at that beauty. That's some tasty illustrations right there. I fucking love shit like this. I need to do Because I already do some stuff similar where with my grayscale painted sketches like this, but I need to really just hammer home, figure out how to do some easy shading like this. Oh, look at that arm. Look at that sexy, sexy illustration. Oh, it's so good. It's so sexy. Oh, mm, mm. We love it. We love to see it here. We appreciate the arts. We appreciate the arts here. Alright, then we're looking for 22. That's it over here. Where are you? Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? I got some snacks to eat now. I love it. Boop. Oh yeah. Speaking of animated things by Warner Brothers, did y'all see that apparently there's going to be a Superman show on like Adult Swim for some reason? Like Superman on Adult Swim. That's like what? I'd get like a Batman show if they were wanting to like go for a more mature audience thing, but Superman? I know nothing about like the creative people involved or if there's anything going on with that, but like I don't know what the hell that's gonna be. And as a Superman fan, I'm like, I hope it's good. I hope it's not gonna be bad. The art screenshot that came out a while ago, yeah, it looks really nice. It looks very good. Its designs look very pretty. It looks like that one animated movie they did a while back. And also, it kind of reminds me of, oh god, what is their name? I believe they go by like a pseudonym. It's like Gumi Gumi? They did the art for Gwenpool, Superman Smashes the Klan, and a bunch of other stuff. It resembles that to me. Slightly. I'm trying to make sure I put this in there right. I guess it just... So I don't think there's different pictures on this. I can just... hang out. But yeah, I'm just like, why is that on Adult Swim and not like just, I don't know, Cartoon Network or something? There's been weirdness with Warner Brothers in general since the... Yeah, that is true. At least it survives the weirdness where others don't. That is very true. Like, anything to do with Warner Brothers right now is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It is just up in the air on, like, what's gonna happen next, especially with their CEO who thinks, like, reality TV on streaming is, like, the next thing. That dude's a freaking idiot. He's just gonna end up, like, alienating all things. And apparently, I think HBO Max is gonna go... It's gonna change names again or something? Like, it's gonna become something else? Because they had, the DC thing that they started first. And then they turned that in... They made HBO Max, and then they kind of just merged those two together. Yeah, that's right. On there, right. And then... Now they're going to be calling it something else because they're... I think it has to do something with the merger and stuff. I believe that's the reason for it. And nervously sweating at those two possible... Yeah. Oh, God. I really want to see Pibby because it looks fun. Like, it's always a fun idea when someone can try to do that. Like, I remember, like, when I was a kid, like, when you found out, Grim Tales was a thing, that old webcomic, like, when you found that out and you get to see all the characters interacting and just doing stuff and either being edgy and fun and that sort of, like, goofy 14-year-old super serious crossover thing with something dark, like, that is just premium fun. Like I just enjoy that kind of thing because again, it reminds me of Grim Tales, who I periodically check on that comic. I need to catch back up. Because that's just like I always want to see what's going on in that book. What else am I looking? No, I need to get the thingies. What's next? But yeah, that's. I hope it goes well, and same with the Uzumaki thing, because like it's fucking Uzumaki. You want to see it, but like the last Junji Ito adaptation. But they Adult Swim has pulled together before, and we're getting the Venture Bros movies, so maybe after things clear out a little bit, we just get those projects in. They see people clearly like them. Map it up somewhere. We'll mop it up later. And things just kind of like settle out after the battle between the executives and the board or whatever is going on over there, because you never know with stuff. Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, hopefully those pull through. So I'd love to see both of those come around. Those are just two fun things that I just want people to see. And I know we know people will watch them because Pibby was this huge thing that they've done so much stuff for. And then Uzumaki is just Uzumaki. It's known for like being a thing. It's like them getting the chance to adapt a Stephen King novel, for Christ's sake. Which I'm surprised none of that's been turned into it. Why hasn't there been a Carrie anime? Now that's where it is. Like a sequel Carrie anime where they do anime nonsense. Because Stephen King has his own anime nonsense, essentially, like with the Dark Tower and stuff, from what I hear. Just finished my watch through of Venture Bros last week, so the movie trailer dropped. Oh, nice. I had known they've been doing the movie for so, like, it's been in development, and then just seeing it made me so fucking happy. I was ecstatic. I was like, oh, yes, we're getting a conclusion. We can see what happens with the bros. Oh man, I don't even know what is gonna be in there. Like, we know they're gonna deal with the Dean thing, because I also know they don't want to. I think they said in an interview they don't want to leave the family broken up because they themselves kind of like want like an amicable rejiggering with everybody. Because I think that is also that is at the core of the show, is that idea of family and whatnot in both like toxic and good sort of ways. Because Doc is not a good dad, but he's also a better dad than his own father because he's trying for what that means for him. And he's not Jonas Venture Sr., who is a fucking monster. And then you have like the Monarch, who is my favorite character in 21, and Mrs. what is her full title? Mrs. Dr. the Monarch, who is just I love her. I love all the characters in the Venture Bros so much. They're all like they're all people who I really just love hearing the stories of and hearing them do shit. And I think that kind of extends just Doc Hammer and oh god, now I feel bad because I'm forgetting names. I must Google quickly to the keyboard. Bros. So Doc Hammer and no, I don't care. Where's the Wikipedia page? No. Doc Hammer and Christopher McCullen. Like, I love, because all those are just played by those two dudes just bantering and being freaking huge-ass nerds with each other. And you can feel that sort of, like, friendship that they both have. as people, and it's really sort of like wonderful. Like that sort of continuity between two people and just like vibing, like just being that in on with somebody about having having all those very specific things that you just want to talk about, that you just immediately connect with each of those characters when it comes to like that sort of duo, and you just fall in love with them, like you fall in love with 21 and like 24, and then when you lose him in the Monarch, they become that new duo, and you just become invested in that, and then the Monarch and Mrs. Doctor the Monarch and Doc and the boys and Block. You love seeing these people just be and like existing. I mean, their stories are sad and fucked up, but you just love that they keep existing and trying and going forward. If that makes any sense. Also, I got the handmade. It's just something. I don't know if I can really put into words what the feeling is, but it's that undescribable feeling of having seen something that you always just want to think about. There's always a magic to it. There's always a mystery, always something more that comes into play for you, for the people doing it, even if like you both aren't linking up, but you're just figuring out that thing, and it's beautiful. It's like a magic trick. It's like seeing like a magic trick and then trying to figure it out and not quite doing it, and so you just keep trying and trying, and you never figure out how it's done, but you also never lose the spark of liking it, of seeing that magic trick exists, I guess, if that makes any sense. And we got a second hand. We're real handy today. It's a show about failure, but failure doesn't mean the end. You pick yourself up and keep. Yeah. I think that is very much endemic of it, because they've said before that the show was about failure, and then like I think they started. Again, I'm remembering scattershot interviews and all the stuff I've read over the years and have reread, because I lose information because I gain new information and all that kind of nonsense. But you fail and you get back up and you keep trying and you try new bullshit, or you stay on your old bullshit, and you see how that reacts and all the characters and whatnot, and it's wonderful. I think that is one of those shows that I will always appreciate existing, because it is entirely beautiful because of it, because it cannot exist without the people who made it itself. But yeah, I fucking, if it wasn't obvious, I fucking love the Ventureverse. That's another show I need to show Kat. I need to make Kat binge watch with me, and then we do like a commentary podcast or something. Speaking of which, what time is it? It is 10:32. I think, because we got both arms made, and that was our goal for this stream. And I had to watch. I'm gonna be watching G-Witch with the guys, and I think that ending it on kind of a beautiful notion about the media you enjoy, and just very much like finding that piece of media that speaks to you personally, or either creating it. Doc Hammer and Christopher, however the fuck you pronounce his last name. I'm sorry, I'm massively dyslexic. Again, I suck at that. And finding what speaks to you, not like on a moment-to-moment thing, but like that sort of thing that always is in the back of your mind, or you just always come back to, that you constantly feel and want to try and find your own way of doing that, even if it's completely opposite genre, medium, or whatnot. there's something beautiful in striving for that impossible, mystical thing in your brain that you don't even know you have. It's just that glorious thing that you know can exist, or you personally love, and you just want to absorb every part of it until you basically you die, because you never really want it to ever not be a mystery. You want it to constantly have this ever-present draw, every new mystery, every new hunt for something, every minutia of craziness. And that's the thing that I always I love, or at least just that's my way of justifying my hyper fixation and love on the Venture Brothers, and probably some other media as well. But yeah, I think ending the stream on that sort of weirdly dramatic or call to just vibe is a good little note. But yeah, I hope y'all had a good time watching me build these arms here. And then I'm gonna try and do another one of these at some point. Hopefully with less weirdness with the camera. Because it's been working fine for now. But yeah, hopefully we'll build the rest of this. I'll get like a little the screwdriver, because my dad has one that worked on when I built like a stand or whatever. And we'll finish this out, because I enjoyed doing this. 2 arms with the span of 2 hours is still pretty good progress for an... Yeah. I have no frame of reference for how long it takes to build some of these, so that feels like good progress. Normally I would stream longer, but again, I want to go watch G-Witch with my buddies. I want to see what happens in the latest episode of, like, Suletta's soon-to-be suffering index. Oh man, I last week's episode was so good, and I just... Oh, I cannot wait to see what is gonna happen. It's gonna be good. It is gonna be good. I tell you what. I tell you what. But yeah, I'm glad y'all popped in. I thank y'all for coming and listening to me ramble on about a lot of things over the course of 2 hours, and building this thing, and then having a very impassioned speech about the Venture Bros and creativity, I guess. But yeah, I will make a announcement on like Twitter and other places, I guess, when I do my next building stream. I'll try to improve it a little bit from this one, and find any little thingamajobs. But yeah, I hope you, I just hope you all had a good time. So I think that's really what it is, because I had a good time talking. Good time talking with you, Tobias, or Tobio1. Again, I hope I'm saying the name right. If not, I'm sorry. Because I did enjoy talking back and forth with you via chat. And I hope you enjoyed also listening to me vibe, Kat as well, and anyone else in the stream. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this bit of nonsense and trying out stuff. But yeah, I hope you have a good one, a safe one as well in these crazy, weird ass times. And just y'all have a good one. And I will see y'all whenever I get around to doing another stream like this. And also watch G-Witch. I'm gonna go watch G-Witch, and you should go watch G-Witch if you haven't. But yeah, you all have a good one. Build your model kits, have a good time, and just have fun. Never let anyone take what is fun from you, and enjoy the things you enjoy, because that's what's important. It's all about loving what you enjoy, like this little guy, and showing off how cool his rifle is. But yeah, you all have a good one. I will bid you all adieu. All my link stuff should be in the thingamabob down below. If you want to find my stuff, I have YouTube for where I talk about BattleTech novels and hopefully other stuff soon. But yeah, you all have a good one, and I wish you all a good night and a good tomorrow. And we unleash the Enco.